All right. Open Sesame. Artist Boy chose me. Like, subscribe, join the reaction. If not, friend, if you are trash, let's get to it, man. The most honest anime guy out here. Top 10 most anticipated Isekai anime, man. Isekai.
Forward to 2025 is set to be an exciting period for anime fans. But do you know what else it's going to be an exciting period for? Well, I guess the title already gave it away.
Isekai, man, a genre that is really getting old. Really getting old. I ain't gonna lie to you. People are always gonna check it out, me included, but it's losing a lot of its luster. Getting a little bit annoying. These reincarnations, these fantasy, weak to strong, super overpowered, and a lot of the isekais have lost a lot of steam. I.e., the Demon Lord of High School. I forgot, bro. That one's fell off. Rise of the Shield Hero has fallen off. Hella. There's another one too. It's been milked to the high heavens, like. So, and I think Isekai's even kind of took a little bit of the luster off of Solo Leveling because the story was kind of strong, weak to strong. So it's because Isekai's have been milked so much. You know, it's kind of just
But this year and the next one do have a lot of interesting isekai on the horizon. I think that for the most part we've already gone past the era of forgettable isekai that floods the seasonal charts, so this won't be anything like the 2015-ish era if you've been around. Instead, we have several more ambitious isekai, or sequels to some of the ones that have managed to make their mark the past few years or so. So join ViniTube now and take a trip through 10 of the most interesting or most awaited isekai offerings set to come this year or the next. We've got a new kid on the block starting things off as we take a look at the strongest magician in the Demon Lord's army was a human. The strongest magician in the Demon Lord army, Ike. His name alone sends chills down enemy spines, being an individual of insane strength equivalent to an army. With him by their side...
Already, I'm interested in this one. Oh, you not, bro? Flame just said I'm interested. Oh, not this one. Already, man. Just even the skeleton design, right? Like Overlord has already done the skeleton design best. So, bro, it just off of this look, like it just looks like it already looks like second best at the greatest possible decision, right? Like at best, this will be second best of an anime about a main character that's a skeleton, right? Like with a skeleton face and looks intimidating. Because Overlord is number one, and it's like, bro, you're copying and pasting. Like, there's also that Skeleton Knight anime. Oh, there is a Skeleton Knight anime. I know which one you're talking about. I actually didn't really like that one actually. But helps our point. Like, you're. There's already a best of something. Do something different. And I just don't know, like, the isekai genre is gonna do anything. Like, oh man, just off of this, like, and it looks cool. It looks like a solid idea. If it was 3,000 animes ago, my nigga.
His name alone sends chills down enemy spines, being an individual of insane strength equivalent to an army. With him by their side, the demons have absolutely nothing to fear. However,
this nigga just drink milk all day, like.
deep inside, Ike holds a tiny little secret he absolutely can't tell anyone. He's actually a human being. Yes, the master strategist and the strongest driving force in the Demon Lord army is but a human, a superbly skilled one at that, to be fair. But one has to wonder what answers lie beyond this mysterious individual's eyes. How did he come to join the Demon Lord army, and what is he looking to achieve here? If that premise rings some bells, then I don't blame you. After all, the go-to comparison I have for something like this is Hulk. You know, a strong human joining a demon army with ulterior motives that get revealed as the story unfolds.
And Hulk had a big fall off to me. Hulk was solid, but Hulk kind of fell off to me.
Hopefully, that helps you decide if you want to pick this show up.
And Hulk to me had more hype than it, and it kind of failed. Yeah, that nigga needs his calcium, nigga. Oh, it's a human. Let's go to the next one. I'm not too hyped for that one.
Hey, if you live in one of these cities,
I'm not too hyped for that one. It's just the isekais, bro. I'm telling you, everybody, you got to do something different. Goblin Slayer to me had a fall off too, and I really like Goblin Slayer.
Is Overlord: The Sacred Kingdom.
At 9?
我らは聖王女様に仕える騎士だ。皆、胸を張れ。旗を掲げよ。
Finally, an Overlord movie that's not recap hell. Announced back in 2022, Overlord: The Sacred Kingdom looks to bring the Overlord franchise back into the limelight with a feature-length movie that adapts one of the more beloved arcs in the series. This arc does represent quite a paradigm shift in Overlord, giving readers a dose of reality and a differing perspective when it comes to seeing Ainz and the rest of the world. The elephant in the room is that with this being a film adaptation of a rather lengthy arc, there will most likely be cut corners here and there. It's a problem that Overlord fans have come to expect, seeing as how the past seasons went. However, if there's one thing that the recent trailer shows us, it's that it's gonna look amazing, and there's a lot in my mind as to how pragmatic of a route they take with this movie. I can't say no to more Overlord, that's for sure. But check this out. What if I told you that you can win a free gaming console along with Amazon?
Overlord at 9 is crazy to me. I'm really hyped for Overlord. I think Overlord is a very underappreciated anime. Yeah. But yeah, I think Overlord is a very underappreciated anime. I'm surprised at that being at 9. Kind of thought it would be higher. Not gonna lie to you guys.
You can get it either way. Also, come find me under the name Danetsu and join my Arjin guild, and let's become the new shadow army that will rule the world. Hit my link in the description, and I'll see you on the battlefield. The Failure Frame is up at number 8.
どうかこの世界を救っていただけないでしょうか。旧世の勇者様。
The Failure Frame might be a jam if you need an upcoming anime to remind you of the Isekai landscape right before the turn of the decade. Doka and his classmates get summoned into another world to serve as its heroes. They all get the amazing skills except for our poor slob of a protagonist. Deemed a failure, he gets cast into a dungeon and has his classmates turned against him, yet his skill turns out...
Afro Shita? Isn't that Afro Shita? Or y'all know which one I'm talking about with the gray hair dude? He gets is weak. Loki gets betrayed, then has to carve himself up, and he gets in love with a vampire girl, and then it turns super cheesy. Same exact fucking story, bro. Infrashita
out to be not so useless after all, actually. More like abnormal. Abnormally powerful in the right hands at that. And those abilities may just be what he needs to crawl his way back and exact revenge. Yes, that certainly reminds me of the revenge isekai that was popular at the turn of the decade. Shield Hero and Ari Fureta come to mind.
There it is, Ari Fureta. There it is, I told y'all. And people love Ari Fureta. Ari Fureta, to me, sold. They turned it into this weird romantic genre. The CGI with the dragon was terrible. Rise of the Shield Hero just kind of sold after season 1.
And if you're up for more of the same flavor of Isekai, Failure Frame should definitely be on your radar.
If you're gonna do this, I'm gonna say this again. If you're gonna do this, one, how dark are you gonna go? Rise of the Shield Hero did it very well because they were the first to do it, where there was a twist of him getting accused of SA, and he didn't do it, obviously, and he turns it around, and it's this great kind of dark little balance. Season 2, they fall off completely. Alpharetta, kind of the same thing. It was very dark at first, then it kind of turned into this cheesy romance freaking show. How dark do you want to be? Whoever made this anime, how dark do you want to be? We already have the same freaking story. We've seen this story before. How dark are you willing to take it? And I think that's what a lot of anime need to figure out, these isekais. You want to be a really good isekai? Be dark as hell. That's kind of the play. Even Goblin Slayer to me now is a little... The last season was not really it. The story has kind of not been good, and it's kind of losing this little dark flavoring. But Rise of the Shield Hero went crazy because it was dark as hell with that. That was wild. Fake SA. Goblin Slayer, it's super gory, bloody scene of episode 1. That's why it went crazy. These isekais, you want to be a hit. How dark do you want to go? So I don't like that this anime is above. Yeah, Goblin Slayer just did, yeah, but they were rocking darkness for the first season. It was like, oh no, it's a solid season. So that's why people enjoyed it. This isekai should not be over Overlord, number 1. But 2, how dark do you want to go? If you stay dark, I think you'll be a hit. If you don't want to be dark, you won't be a hit. You'll just be another isekai.
And right on cue, we have another season of Ari Fureta coming up.
The anime is so
あなたと
trash.
その部下に襲われた化け物です
I promise you, that anime is so trash, bro. Like, Overlord is better than Naruto.
Representatives of weak to strong revenge isekai is still going strong halfway through the 2020s. Ari Fioretta as a light novel may have ended some time ago, but we're still getting more and more seasons, and this latest season will chronicle more of Hajime and his party's journeys through the world of Tortoise. The revenge story against the classmates may have been dealt with 2 seasons ago, but the mystery behind the world and the dungeons still remains. By this time, those looking to watch this 3rd season will have gotten a general gist of what Ari Fioretta is all about. Still, those who've not
Shit.
この双子か迷子かな魔物危ない戻って二人とも
Oh, my fault. I
has for
skipped
them.
I skipped a bit. I
A
skipped a bit.
journey through another world is next.
男の子と女
So far, I think the 2 above Overlord have been trash. I think Overlord is above those 2.
の子の双子か迷子かな魔物危ない戻って二人とも
You know what, that's quite the unassuming title, and along with it is an isekai that seems just as chill and vibrant. After getting killed by mistake, Kayano Takumi finds himself on the receiving end of God's apology. With being reborn as himself not being an option, he finds himself having to settle with the next best thing that God can give him, sending him to another world. However, he gets himself transferred into a dangerous forest, but it's also in this forest
Bro, how, bro? How is this over Overlord, bro? Nigga reincarnated to be a babysitter? Are we serious? Bro, are we serious? Are we serious? Nigga, greatest mission is how to change a diaper? Are we dead ass? Bro, this is crazy, bro. This is over. Overlord is crazy, bro. This is crazy, bro. This is wild, bro. Thank you, Flameser. Like, are we, bro? Bro. There's no way, bro. These niggas trying to find the One Piece. The One Piece in this anime is crackers and apple juice. There's no way, bro. There's no way, bro. There's no way this, bro, reincarnated as a babysitter, nigga. Are we dead ass? Comedy slice of life. What comedy slice of life was a hit? Spy Family. And even then it had a sprinkle of some action and funniness. My nigga, we gonna do reincarnated as a baby, bro? Are we dead ass, bro? Bro, there's no way, bro. Nigga, first mission is trying to figure out a curfew. This is wild. This is sick, bro.
forest where he meets a pair of children whom he decides to take care of. Ah yes, it's Single Dad Isekai. Just when you think Isekai authors have run out of ideas, you get some new wrinkles on the formula to keep things fresh for a time. In contrast to the high-tension titles we've seen so far on this list, A Journey Through Another World leans towards the more chilled and relaxed side of the genre. It's actually a pretty wholesome read, even if it may be quite littered with tropes at times, and this may just be the Isekai world's way of capitalizing on the recent trend of family anime like Buddy Daddies and Spy Family.
And y'all think, first of all, Spy Family Season 2 didn't get as well received as the first one. That's number one. Number two, Spy Family still had action in it. Nigga, y'all got this Isekai over Overlord. This is over Overlord is crazy. This is insane. Nigga reincarnated as a baby. Bro, you should be fired, bro. Bro, you should be fired, bro. Bro, you should be fired, bro. Dead ass, bro. I would be cool with a Drifter Season 2. Still waiting on Drifters. There's a lot of other anime that we could be waiting for Season 2. Bring Gangsta back. But no, this nigga said, I got an idea. Reincarnated as a babysitter. Tom? Hey, yeah. Come on. Step in my house. Yeah. Am I being let go? Yes. Yeah, man. Go ahead and tell your family, brother. Yeah, man. Don't come back. Don't come back. This is crazy. Like, that's almost as bad as reincarnated. Is it worse than reincarnated as a vending machine or a sword? Nigga reincarnated as a baby. There's no way this nigga said a babysitter, bro. There's no way this nigga said reincarnated as a babysitter. There's no way. Nigga, biggest rival is Nanny McPhee, bro. All right, bro. I'm hot, bro. There's no way, bro. There's just no way. There's no way this is over Overlord. I can't believe this. This is wild, y'all. This. Nah, he's holding over.
Spirit Chronicles is getting a sequel, and it's next on the list. Spirit Chronicles was quite the niche show, but for those who've watched it and enjoyed it all the way to the end, I'm positive the announcement of the second season is really good news. Spirit Chronicles didn't exactly break new ground in the world of Isekai back then, but for what it's worth, it's still a rather enjoyable show. The main issue is that most of the first season felt like a prologue of sorts for anime-only watchers, and I guess you were right. With how the season ended, it would be a crying shame if a follow-up never got announced. 3 years...
Oh, How? He literally just said it's a niche anime, so basically only specific people, really anime watchers, gonna like this. A lot of people like Overlord, bro. We dead ass, bro. Why is Overlord getting hoed? Y'all, I'm so serious. This is crazy. I actually haven't seen this. But even bro said it's a niche anime, and it's very simple.
The first season felt like a prologue of sorts for anime-only watchers, and I guess you were right. With how the season ended, it would be a crying shame if a follow-up never got announced. 3 years since the first season, and here we are, a second season on the horizon, and ready to give us the much-awaited continuation of Ryo's adventures with his ever-growing harem. As of the time of this writing,
as I'm in the midst of applying for residency right now, wish me luck. Grammarly.
Oh, this is crazy. No, this is actually crazy. This is insane.
but we can assume it's coming right after the middle of the year. No Longer Allowed in Another World is at number 4.
ようこそ冒険者よ。あなたは選ばれ転移したのです。
使命知らんよそんなこと。僕は死に場所を探しているだけだ。
Many times when we hear the word isekai, we automatically gravitate towards the power fantasies, the revenge stories and RPG worlds with the stats, power progression and the harem. If you've grown tired of those keywords and general vibes populating the isekai space, No Longer Allowed in Another World looks to provide a huge breath of fresh air. This story features Osamu Dazai, who gets transported into another world that he wants no part of. In fact, he'd rather find the perfect place and situation to just die and get it over with. However, contrivances keep getting in his way of finding that beautiful end. As the synopsis suggests, this isn't exactly weak to strong power fantasy or a huge parody. In fact, No Longer Allowed in Another World takes pride in its focus on the stories that the characters have to tell, as well as the comedy that comes along with Dazai's misfortunes. It's a show not intended to be taken too seriously, and it's the perfect isekai adventure to help you unwind after a long day's work. Yojo Senki's second season opens our top 3.
Finally! People must have forgotten how Overlord used to be. Her name is oh my gosh. My homie actually loves this anime. I really rock with too. Her beef is with God. This anime is fire. This anime is fire. This is the first anime on this list. I would say yes, it's Overlord. It's the first anime. All the other ones, Hoenn. I forgot the English name. Tanya, evil. Tanya or Sonya? Tanya the evil or Sonya the evil. Saga of Tanya the evil. Yeah, there it is.
We might need an asterisk on this one, okay? While the second season for Yojo Senki has been confirmed, there is no actual release date yet. Still, I'm pretty positive that signs are pointing towards a release window being sometime between 2024 and 2025.
Damn.
Besides, it's one of the more popular isekai out there. Likewise, excitement was in the air when they first announced that anime fans wouldn't have to wait too long to once again see Tanya dominate the battlefield with her superior skills and tactics. The military isekai was one of the more gripping examples of the genre back in the mid-2010s, and it's got the right right degree of overpowered protagonist tropes, edgy themes, and a whole share of some rather questionable yet philosophical elements. Surely the second season will bring back the same kind of magic that captivated people in 2017.
Tanya the Evil.
At number 2, we have Isekai Suicide Squad.
Okay, now we getting some lists. Now his list is looking good again. He was holding Overlord. Bro, Overlord's hype was amazing. I have no idea why.
こことは違うどこか。新しい世界に行きたいと思ったことってない？連れてってあげる。新しい世界に。
Suicide Squad has become quite a popular segment of DC Comics. After all, who doesn't like the charismatic task force of criminals looking to fight for their survival? This time, their aim is the realm of magic and fantasy. Isekai. Isekai and a ragtag group of villains who like nothing more than to raise some hell. It's a match made in heaven, it seems, and we won't have to wait much longer to see this magnificent adventure. Harley Quinn, Deadshot, and the others are ready to take the world by storm this summer. Will this be a show ready to break out and serve as yet another bridge between the anime fandom and the Western comics fandom? Only time will tell. But for now, this whole thing is looking like some over-the-top crazy fun. Oh yeah, and it's also got Tape Nagatsuki as part of the team behind this anime, so people who love both ReZero and Vivi will have another thing to look forward to.
The nigga that did ReZero is on this? Bro. Not a huge fan of those. Like, ReZero just made you feel bad for that nigga. Not a huge fan. But okay. I don't think this anime will be better than Overlord, but I do agree that it's more anticipated than Overlord because it's uniting DC fans with anime fans, so I agree with it having more hype than Tanya the Evil and Overlord. But I'll say this too. Although Suicide Squad has gotten more popularized, shout out Margot Robbie and Will Smith of the first Suicide Squad, especially Margot Robbie kind of took Harley Quinn and made her like this huge hit. Joker is the guy. Okay, I don't care what no one says. Joker is the guy. If Suicide Squad doesn't do Joker right, it'll fail. I think it's going to be interesting. How interesting, I don't know, but I put Tanya over this, though, for now. I would say Tanya's over this. I think Tanya's going to be a better anime than I think Overlord as well. I just think for hype-wise, I do agree this has more anticipation just because of, like, American fan bases. That, like, people that don't even watch anime are like, oh, well, I'll check this out because of DC fans. But like I said, I don't think this anime, I'm going to say it again, this anime will fail if Joker is not heavily part of it. And just off the trailer, it doesn't look like he's going to be heavily part of it. He's just kind of going to be like a side villain. And Suicide Squad does lead the way, but let me be clear for DC. Batman and Joker are the guys. I don't know what type of licensing you have to do to use the Joker. I don't know. But if you made like Joker be in an Isekai and like reincarnated in Isekai, I think that would have been insane. Like everybody would be like, yo, what is Joker gonna do? But to Suicide Squad is kind of tough, man. The movies was solid, but even the first movie that came out, it got that much people watching because Joker was featured. Because everybody wants to see Joker. So it could still be good even without him. But I just don't think it'll be something that, okay, we want a season 2 if Joker's not heavily featured. And please don't forget who the heavyweight is. The heavyweights in DC is Joker and Batman. Don't make it complicated. Give Joker love. You're trying to capitalize on Suicide Squad movies and Margot Robbie popularizing Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn even had a very funny show that I enjoyed on DC. But anime-wise, hey, man, you should let Joker go first. Okay? Joker's the guy. I'm a little worried. I don't think it's going to prosper, but let's continue. Without Joker.
And it's fitting that we mentioned Tape because ReZero's third season is coming up and it's number 1 on this list. There's not a lot that I can tell you about the third season of ReZero without veering dangerously close into spoiler territory at this point, but it's currently one of the most anticipated sequels for a reason. Ever since day one, Subaru's foray into a fantasy world and his constant tussle with death and rebirth had captivated most of the anime community with its intriguing story, standout characters, and twists that just keep on coming. The second season, for the most part, has even exceeded the first one in terms of giving some characters shine, with a lot of the side characters being the main benefactors. Now, the confrontation with the Sin Archbishops looms on the horizon, and we're set to see the most action-packed ReZero has ever been with this third season. I can't wait, and I'm sure that I can say the same for fans who've stayed eager and enthusiastic ever since.
You think season 2 is better than season 1? I don't agree with that. The second season gave so much character development. I agree, but to me, it got too depressing. I agree there was much character development, which was needed, but it was too depressing. My thing with ReZero has always been it's too depressing. And I think ReZero does it better than Tokyo Revengers because Tokyo Revengers is just insane. But I think it just, in my opinion, became torture. Like, it just became torture to watch this nigga. Like, I just felt bad for the nigga. He literally is a human in a world with gods, witches, demons, assassins, and this nigga has no great skill. That's a you problem. That shit was fine. It's not a me problem. There's a lot of people that did not fuck with that, bro. I'm not the only one that couldn't watch ReZero. I'm not. You're not gonna just hold me, bro. I'm not the only nigga that didn't want to keep watching ReZero. ReZero did lose some fans, brother. And he said the whole anime community, it did lose some fans. But I do think it's Isekai world wise, it's definitely the guy. Them ReZero and Jobless Reincarnation are kind of the top dogs. It definitely didn't have an anime like it didn't have a season like Jobless Reincarnation. I think it is one in the Isekai world. Plays just said I'm hyped for season 3. He's hyped. I'm not going home. But yeah, shout out ReZero. I would say my list is well, for me personally. Me unbiased, I would say it's for the top 10 most anticipated. It's definitely ReZero 1. 2, I think is 2 I do think it is Suicide Squad just because of DC American fans being interested into it. 3 I think is Tanya the Evil, and 4 I think is Overlord. Those are my 4. Biasly speaking, like the top 10 I'm most anticipated to see is 1 Overlord, 2 Tanya the Evil, and 3 Suicide Squad. Yeah, 3 Suicide Squad. And I'm not gonna watch ReZero, I'm gonna be honest. Everything else on the list kind of was weak to me. Like I'll check out, but it didn't seem like crazy good. Flames top 4 is 1 ReZero, 2 Tanya, 3 Overlord, 4 Suicide Squad. Yeah. That makes sense. Tanya, I can't wait for Tanya. But Overlord, I really love Overlord though. But yeah, man, how do y'all feel? I feel like the Isekai drama really if you're gonna do something that everybody's doing, you have to be different. Still, right? Like start a podcast, right? If you're gonna do a sports podcast, what makes you different from the sports podcast? And everyone's kind of just still doing the same thing without being sincerely great at something, which I think is really ruining the Isekai movement. Reincarnated as a babysitter is insane. The nigga who thought about that should be fired, bro. Real talk. I'm not even joking. Like that nigga should be fired. Same way with the nigga who said reincarnated as a vending machine and reincarnated as a sword. Like there's all these anime that I'm pretty sure everybody has seen that is still waiting for season 2. I'm finally glad Tower of God is coming back soon. Like there's so many good animes and great animes that need a new season, and niggas coming out with reincarnated as a babysitter. Like I'm like anime is ridiculous. Isekai anime is ridiculous. The genre is kind of taking over and it's kind of wearing thin on everybody. Be honest. It is because it's the same story over and 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 over again. So I kind of think there needs to be a different. I feel like there should be a huge shift in anime, but it's kind of taking place. But it is what it is, man. It's your boy Chosen. Like, subscribe. What are y'all top 3 most anticipated isekai animes? Mine is Overlord, 2 Tiny Evil, and 3 Suicide Squad. Yeah. Players is ReZero as number 1, 2 Tanya, 3 Overlord, 4 Suicide Squad. And I feel like I ain't gonna lie, I feel like Vinny 2 definitely hold Overlord. Overlord has a large fan base. I don't think it should have been that low over those sorry ass animes. Um, yeah, that's crazy. Like it's like people like Flazer said, it was like he forgot like how good Overlord was. The fan base was. But hey man. Hey man, say man, it's your boy Chosen, man. Like, subscribe. I'm always keeping it a buck. I'm out.